Okay, so this will be a guide on the retired HackTheBox machine Sense. It's been retired for a little bit, and I did a write-up on it um, just to kind of test out my website. And now I just want to test out my streaming and video skills. So we'll just do a quick walkthrough on this. It's an easy box. Um, I just went through nibbles as well on stream and recorded it. Another super easy box, and it was just recently retired, so figured I'd do it. Join the game of recording while things are still hot off the active list. Um, so what we're going to do first is make a directory called nmap to store all my files. Okay. And then we're going to run nmap on this, sv enumerate version, sc default scripts on the ports that it finds, OA output all formats, and we'll call it initial, and then the host name, or the host IP, 10.10.10.60. So we'll let that run. This is somewhat of a unique box because not a lot of free BSD based systems. Usually it's just Linux or Windows. They never get into a specific Unix distro. Okay, so what we got here is port 80, which is hosting LTT, their light TPD, and a version number. We can look that up. And then 443, which is serving SSL traffic. And if we notice down here, there's a script that ran that showed that there's a redirect when it tried to resolve that host name, and it goes right into 443. So it's probably got a load balancer or something set up to reroute all port 80 traffic into 443 just to make it secure, stuff like that. So we'll just focus on port 443 and kind of forget about port 80 since it just leads into 443 anyway. Sometimes we can get some valuable information, usually like usernames or email addresses from the cert stuff, but since this is a CTF setup, actually, here, let me close that out. We'll keep all that. All right, sorry. Since this is a internal lab setup made by HackTheBox, probably not going to be any information. If it was, it would have been intentional, and it looks like they didn't do anything there for us. So first thing I'm going to do is run GoBuster on this. Just even before I look at the website, I run some sort of directory enumeration on it. So I'm going to run GoBuster. We'll do -u for hostname, URL. We'll do HTTPS 10.10.10.60 port 443. Word list, user share, word list, stirbuster, directory list 2.3 medium. Great file. If your directory or file isn't in there, it's probably non-existent. So we'll do 30 threads, and I think it's -x for extensions. Let me GoBuster -h. Yep, as a string. We'll do -x php txt like that. Nope, like that. Invalid certificate. Skip SSL certificate verification -k. Boom. All right. So it's immediately popping some stuff up. Got some files, stats. So now that we did that, we can just do 10, 10, 10, 60. And we are at a pfSense login. Makes sense since um, because the box is called Sense. Seems pretty obvious that it'd be running pfSense. For those of you who aren't aware, pfSense is a open source firewall tool. It can be loaded up into a VM or something like that, and then stood up into an environment, and it's pretty robust in what it can do. And yeah, so you can try admin. The default credentials are pfs. Is it admin pfSense? pfSense. Okay, so we could set up a. I don't like how many PHP files are getting 200s. Let's try them out though. Exec pointed out to me, so. Oh, because they're all coming back to. Okay, so these must be authenticated PHP files. So let's take a look at the source code here. Okay, so that's one of the cookies there. See if we can find the other one. Actually, you know what? No, it just focuses on the username you're on. That does look like a cookie though. Let's see. Black box. Okay, that's just CSS. Well, it's JavaScript, but so, okay, looks like we got some CSRF token stuff going on. So, even though that we're not really interested in like user exploits like that, like CSRF or which is cross-site request forgery, or like cross-site scripting, stuff like that. We're not really concerned about that, but it looks like they have something set up for it. I know we're looking for a text file. Let's look at changelog. That's always an interesting one. There's a failure in updating the firewall. 2 out of 3 vulnerabilities have been patched. Okay, so there is obviously an open vulnerability on this. You know what I'm going to do to make this go quicker? Go ahead and cancel that. I'm just going to get rid of PHP. If you ran it, it would have eventually popped up, but I just know that I'm looking for a TXT file. The remaining patches will be installed during the next maintenance window. Okay, so it looks like this isn't an automated one. An automated changelog. It's a. I mean, it might be automated, but someone changed the defaults on it. Let's see. While that's going, we can run Nikto on it. So we'll do host 10, 10, 10, 60. Just in case, we'll verify the port. Or actually, looks like you can do 443. There it goes. Let's see what tree does. Sounds interesting. Okay. I've seen this before. Yeah, I don't think this is cross-site information disclosure. Code injection might be interesting. We don't have a direct. It says 2005. I feel like it's not accurate. So we will. That's running. Go back to this. Let's go ahead. Let's wonder if there's failed a ban on it. If so, okay, it's just going through cert stuff. Let's just wait on this Go Buster because I know what we need is going to come out of that. So we will. We'll wait on that for a bit. If it takes too long, I'll go to my notes and see what's up. Welcome, Sickfold. Not sure if you're just another inactive viewer. Seems like I got a couple lurkers here. Don't really do anything, but if not, welcome. I did the Nibbles box right before this, so if you are indeed active, go ahead and let me know if you want me to run through it again, and we can go through it. Probably won't be as interesting, just because it had been a while since I'd done it. So it was kind of like a new run for me. Whereas with Sense, I recently did a write-up on it just on my test website, which, if you are looking, can go ahead and go to that there. Tell me what you think on that. And I'm recording this as well, and I'm just gonna pop that up there, maybe edit this down a bit. All right, so this is taking too long. So we'll grep. It's probably still my cookies on here, actually. Let's see. Splinter cell? No. That's interesting. I don't remember looking that up. What is going on? Alert lead. I didn't do that. Looks like someone's doing some cross-site scripting. Alright, it's like system admin.txt. Oh. User. Users. There we go. Alright, so eventually cat opt, nope, user share word list buster directory 23 medium grep grep system users. Yep, so there it is. So it is in there, and I have it appending txt onto it. So eventually it would come through and show up. Looks like it's a support ticket. It says, please create the following users. So we got a username, Rohit, and company defaults is the password. Now, we can certainly see if this is a huge troll, and go into here. We see Rohit and company defaults. No. Okay. It's not as big of a troll as I thought it'd be. But since we don't see any mention of a company, even in the SSL cert and stuff like that, what I came down to the conclusion of is that it's using the default password for pfSense. So we got the username Rohit, and we'll do pfSense. Now that still didn't work. This took me a little bit longer than I would like to admit, but when I was going through, I was like, that didn't work. I tried Hydra with that username, and then it just kind of came to me that since it seemed like that was a legitimate user, try lowercase with pfSense, and it logs you in. Not clear, not sure if it's a policy that you can't have an uppercase name with pfSense. I haven't checked the config for that. Maybe that's worth looking into. Um, but just took a little bit to realize you needed to use lowercase. Let's check on that GoBuster. Still nothing. Cool. But we're logged in. So let's see some of the stuff that we can do. Help, nothing. Diagnostics, nothing. Looks like we can do some status. Do services. Cool. We got gateway monitoring. Oop. Don't know what that did. NTP clock, VPN services, firewall. So these are all broken links you can log out, except for status. Load balancer. Nothing going on in the load balancer. I thought that might be forwarding traffic. IPsec. Nothing. Dashboard. Let's see what it's doing. It's been up for 6 days. Why does that? Unable to check. So we get some releases. Okay. And on here you can do interfaces and here, what is it? There's a way, can add different stuff on this dashboard so that you can all look at the same thing at once. You can see 2014 is the last time this was updated there. View license. That doesn't do anything. Goes to license.php, which doesn't go to anything. Okay. So next thing to do, /tree might be interesting. Nope. Kill that. Next thing to do is to look up if there's any active exploits against pfSense or pfSnest, but pfSense is what we're looking for. Okay. So, cross-site scripting, nope. Cross-site scripting, nope, nope. Authenticated group member remote execution. Sounds good. We are authenticated, and remote command execution is the name of the game with these CTFs. Cross-site, directory, blah, blah, blah. Most of these we don't want to look at. Let's take a look at this one. So we'll just read it with X. Ba, ba, ba. Username, password, 4443. Okay, so that must be a default on pfSense. So that's good to know. Connect, blah, 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 invalid. So it looks like it grabs a CSRF token. Yep, so that was one of the cookies. Password's another one, and the login did not respond. Let's see, where's the directory it's going to? Send request CGI. So that's just sending the request. Grabbing the token. All this regex stuff. Post cookie. So system group manager. Is that what we're looking for here? Yeah, system group manager. Okay. So that's a good one. We can also go to Google, which is what I did. Exploit. Let's see, and I already have it clicked on here. Command execution. That is not what we want. Authenticated. Authenticated RC. The fuck? Is that part of the URL? Am I getting hacked? It's just the way it's interpreting that character. Ugh, I don't like that. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway. Okay, welcome Electrical Longbeard. Very nice. Okay, So, looking for a public exploit here. Let's see. If we go back to that, does it give 2.3.1? So, on packet storm. Let's see. Well, this has to do with the RDD graph image. Let's try them both. So first let's try Metasploit. So load that up, and then we'll try this one. pfSense.py. While that's loading up, let's read what this does so that we're not running anything crazy on our host here. Let's see, it's taking some arguments. Our host output, okay. Arguments, setting up a listener. Payload. Okay. So it looks like it's just the way that that URL processes the request. If you put some sort of payload in there. Yep. If you put some sort of payload, as in this, you can see for current command, it'll run through the ordinal character, and strip out that garbage, and give you what you need. And then it just does the request. Looks like there's a decent amount of just grabbing what you need from the CSRF token and then just launching it towards the site. So where do we have Metasploit? All right, search pfSense. Ooh, I thought I started the database, but I may have not. No worries, shouldn't take too long. Come on. All right. Okay, so it has the graph one as well. We'll try them all. Let's try this group one first. Let's show options. Password is not, or yeah, it is. Set our host to 10.10.10.60. Set our port to 443, that's true. True for SSL. Set username as Rohit. Set lhost is ton0. 444 is fine. Ooh. Set username as Rohit. Make sure everything's good. And send that through. Could not determine CSRF token. Ten 60, right? On port 443, how can you not determine SSL false? Let's do that. Set SSL false. Alright, so this might be, yeah. For some reason it's not grabbing the CSRF token. So this graph one might actually be it. Come on. Okay, set lhost to ton0. Jobs. Okay. Set our host to 10.10.10.60. Set username to Rohit. And looks to be good. Do it up. Okay. Get UID. And look at that, we're root shell. ID root. Okay, so that seems like that is the path. Exit. Let's kill all that. Let's just make this executable. Let's see if this public exploit, it seems like it will now. Now that we know it's, oop. Okay, now that we know that the graph thing is the vulnerable route, so we need our host, which is 10.10.10.60 dash lhost, which is 10.10.5, lport, which will delete, username Rohit, and password pfSense. Boom, let's do it up. Got the CSRF token, error running exploit. Wonder if it's because we already ran it. Oh, you know what? How much you want to bet? We need to set up a listener. It doesn't do it. I'm sure you have started a listener to catch the shell. Derp. Let's see. 1337. Whoop. Boom. And look at that, we caught the shell. ID, we are root. You can tell by the hashtags or the pound symbol or whatever. cd/root. cd word count dash c root. Blah. Let's see, can we Control Z this stty raw minus echo. Ooh, I totally fucking borked that. Bum 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 ba 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 bum ba 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 da 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 da. There we go. Let's try that again. I think I know what happened there. Whoop. Boom. Python-c import pty.spawn bin bash. Oop, nope, didn't like that. Open VM tools. Really did not like that. That is why we always check if Python's on the box first. Which Python? Ah. Import pty.spawn bin bash. Or actually, we'll do that which bash. Which sh. Ha. So user local bin python -c import pty.spawn bin sh. Guess it's just FreeBSD. It's normally how you go about getting a legit shell on Linux, but FreeBSD, not fun. I have to deal with it at work sometimes, and it's just a freaking nightmare. Cool. So that is Sense as well. We got root, have full access on the box. And you can go around home, go to rohit, boom. Count-c user.text. Cool. And that is it. If any of you guys here are actually active, thanks for stopping by. Might create a new channel just for this stuff. This used to be my old gaming stream channel. I might just set it up so that it looks better and it's linked up with my website and stuff like that. But this was a good test. Thank you for showing up if you did. If not, then whatever. This was just a test for me anyway. Cool. I will see you guys hopefully later. Bye.